My lord, Joyce, you have him worked into a frenzy for me. Calm down, everybody. Take your seats, please. Sir, stand down. It's too much. Too much applause for me coming on stage. I have a few credits, but I have to say, this next performer is a special person, about as accurate as you get for what you're going to see. This is nice. Welcome, everybody. Lovely people of Leisure Village. How are we feeling? Are we feeling good? Beautiful. I'm very excited to be performing for you. Like she said, son of Paul Newman. I'm assuming half of you are actively dating my dad. I got a new mommy in the crowd somewhere. We're going to find her tonight. I'm up to 7 Christmases every year. This is great. A little about me. My dad is Jewish, as you know. My mother is actually white trash. I'm mixed. Half Jewish, half white trash. You know Seth Rogen? Well, I am Meth Rogen. Very excited to be here. Do we have any baseball fans in the house tonight? Let me hear from my baseball fans. Okay. I love baseball, but a lot of people say it's boring. I hear that all the time. People say baseball is boring. Let me ask you this. Would a boring game have more than one team named after socks? Boring. Perhaps you didn't realize Blue Jays can be quite territorial. I love baseball. Obviously, I love baseball. I cut my hair like a Dominican shortstop. I like baseball so much I even watch cricket. Anybody else? Cricket's fun. Cricket's just baseball, but written by J.K. Rowling. That's all. A little more whimsical. What else can I tell you about me? I am a man, which means I am creepy. I see you fellas in here. It doesn't age out. It really doesn't. If anything, it's like wine. You get creepier as you get older. It's lovely. Every man is somewhere on the spectrum between a little creepy and, sir, you need to exit the ball pit creepy. Know where you are on the creepy spectrum, fellas. You need to know where you are on the creepy spectrum. Like me, for example. Am I too creepy to purchase zip ties? These ladies up front seem to think yes. I might have a fence that needs mending. Y'all don't know. Am I going to get zip ties when I pick up my new shovel? No, I am not. I know what I look like. That is too creepy. Zip ties and a shovel, those are separate Ace Hardware purchases. You get your zip ties in Ventura, pick up the shovel in Oxnard, you bury the hooker in the fields of Camarillo. That's how it works. That little ditty's called the 101 Shuffle. Know how creepy you are, that's all I'm saying. I don't get to buy duct tape in bulk. One roll at a time. One roll at a time when you look like what would happen if Jeffrey Dahmer only ate chubby Jews. You know, I had to kind of dip my toe in the water and see how warm it was in the pool here. Not warm enough for cannibalism jokes. Okay. We'll step back. That's all right. I'm here for you guys. I'm in town from Los Angeles. Interesting place, Los Angeles. You know, there's this famous saying about New York that everybody knows, and it bothers me that nobody knows our saying in Los Angeles. In New York, maybe you can finish this saying with me. Their saying goes, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. Does anybody know our saying down in LA? We're only 45 minutes to 7 hours away, depending on traffic. Nobody knows our saying? It's pretty similar to New York's. In Los Angeles, the saying goes, if you can make it there, you probably suck a mean dick. That's Hollywood, baby. Do you think Leisure Village was my first choice? Not really. Bad gag reflex. What are you gonna do? I'll be on the other side of the grate tonight if I can get it all the way down to the balls, but here we are. Okay, we'll cross that one off too. Too much. Too much. Every single person that I talked to before the show, they're like, don't hold back, we can handle it. I think you were wrong. I'm starting to realize that was bad advice. I like living in Los Angeles though, even though there's turmoil sometimes. We went on strike last year. The actors and writers went on strike in Hollywood, and it was a lot of fun. The strike was a lot of fun. And looking back on it, I don't think it was supposed to be. Looking back on it, I'm not sure we should have been enjoying ourselves during the national labor movement. Like, I know the actors had too much fun because I saw other unions come and support us, right? Union Strong, it's a beautiful thing. The nurses union showed up to support us. They have better things to do, you guys. The nurses union showed up, and let me tell you, they weren't having fun at the nurses union. No, they did it right. They knew how to strike. The nurses union was perfect. Those Filipino women were angry. They had the fury of the Kaiser behind them. I walked by the nurses union, and this is what I heard. What do we want? And in my head, I'm like, huh. Oh, I should know that one. What do we want? What do we want? I feel like do we want better snacks? Is that why we're here? And as I'm trying to figure out what we want, the nurses are busy striking. The nurses yell, contracts! I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be good. Contracts would be great right now. How else are we going to guarantee the snacks? I'm embarrassed. I really am. But I don't have time to be because the nurses union, they're in the zone. The second part of their chant begins, when do we want it? And you know what? I got this one. Yeah, I messed up the first part. When do we want it? I know this one. With all the pride in my union heart, I exclaim, now! And as I do, in unison, the nurses shout, yesterday! I had never felt more betrayed in my life. Like, what do you look at this mole? I don't know why I'm here. LA is an interesting place. People get in trouble easily in Los Angeles. Bradley Cooper got in a little trouble last year. Did you guys hear about this? No, you don't get Jew news here? I feel like if anywhere gets Jew news, it'd be here. Bradley Cooper got in trouble because he was playing famed Jewish composer Leonard Bernstein. And Hollywood couldn't believe that Bradley Cooper had the audacity to play a Jewish man who wrote songs for white women to sing like Puerto Ricans. I can't believe it either. Leonard Bernstein, of course, famous composer, responsible for the works of West Side Story. There's a story about Leonard Bernstein that I really like. Apparently, and this is a romantic story, when Leonard Bernstein's beautiful wife was on her deathbed, he made a promise to her. I think this is so beautiful. He made a promise to her that after she died, he would never be with another woman. Some of you know where I'm going with this. Some of you know Leonard Bernstein's a man of his word. After his beautiful wife passed away, true, never touched another woman. Only slept with men. That's romantic. That's romantic. In legal terms, I think it's called the poop hole loophole. As I was saying it, I knew it would not go well, but it's fine. We're friends now. This is increasingly unbelievable, but I got engaged recently. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if you don't believe me or you just feel bad for my fiance. I'm excited to be married. I'm excited to go on a honeymoon. I feel like a honeymoon is the only chance someone who looks like me has to go to Thailand without seeming like a pervert. I can't go to Thailand solo. That's a different kind of tourist. Nothing about my face, body, and glasses says I'm only here for the noodles and elephants. I love my fiance. She's perfect. I'm Jewish. She's Catholic. That's the best combination. That's the best combination. Jews, Catholics, we'll never leave each other. It would make our moms too sad. Guilt is the glue that holds our relationship together. I've been with a couple Catholics in my day, and I've noticed that Catholic girls seem to grow up to be one of two types of women. Either Catholic girls grow up following in those footsteps of the church, like so many Catholic girls before them, or they become a sexy witch. There's no middle ground. There's no middle ground when it comes to Catholic ladies. It's either Christ or crystals. One of the two. You're either real into the Bible or rocks become magic all of a sudden. It's very exciting. I'm getting married to a sexy witch. I'm excited about it. What can I say? What can I say? As the wedding gets closer, like most people, we're trying to lose a little bit of weight. She's working hard. She told me that if I ever notice her ordering something unhealthy at a restaurant, that I should stop her and remind her she's trying to lose weight for the wedding. Some of you ladies are feeling my pain. I appreciate that. What is that request? I said, okay, how about this? Counter offer. What if instead I don't look like a piece of shit in front of waitstaff? Can we do that? That seems easier for me. She may as well have been like, honey, I forgot my sunglasses. Can you paint bruises under my eyes? I circled that one, said definitely that one. Okay. I should have known after the third Irving that I met tonight that I really need to change the material. This is cool, man. I'm enjoying this generation of retired people because according to everyone I met in Leisure Village, at least 80% of you smoke way too much weed now, and I love it. I love it! Thank you guys for doing all the hard work, making it legal for us. Thank you. Now my generation gets to enjoy it. I like marijuana. I like a drug that you don't overdose on. I think that's neat. Nobody's going to hurt themselves on the pot. It's not going to happen. If you're so high that smoking more marijuana will hurt you, I promise you, my friend, you will become too high to remember where you put the rest of the marijuana. You're fine. Overdose, no, buddy. You're just going to look at the couch for a couple minutes. Then you're going to take a nap. That's a comfy couch. Safe and self-containing. My favorite thing to do is smoke a little bit of weed and watch one of those new high-definition animal documentaries. Oh, they're so good now. Is anybody else a big fan of David Attenborough in here? Oh, the best! David Attenborough is my favorite, but if I have one complaint, it's this. Whenever David Attenborough's on camera, it's never good news for that animal. If David Attenborough's actually on camera, he's never showed up to be like, the penguins are fine now. That's not what he's there for. Because he's older now. He's frail. He's chilly. When David Attenborough's on camera, he always looks like Bernie Sanders with the mittens on. Remember that picture? Never good news. If he's on camera, he's just going to look right at you and say some stuff like, this icy wonderland once belonged to a truly majestic creature. The polar bear. I'm just at home changing the channel like, what kind of sad-ass Coca-Cola commercial is this? Why does he have to say it like that? Polar bear. Is he the ghost of Christmas future? What's happening? He says polar bear like my dad and his relatives say, you never call. But he's the best. David Attenborough can make anything seem fascinating. Like my life, for example, I'll be honest with you, not always documentary worthy. To be frank, between waking up and comedy times, not a lot goes down. But if David Attenborough were to narrate, my God, that's a fascinating show. If David Attenborough were to narrate my life, imagine it. Every day you tune in, click, the male stoner awakes. After a pleasant 12-hour slumber, and begins this day, like most days, in search of a meal. Fortunately, the bologna is plentiful this season. But what's this? Tragedy strikes. Oh. What to do? What to do? Fortunately, our hero has been here before. He simply removes the moldy bit from the meat, returns it to the refrigerator for some reason, and then proceeds to enjoy his well-earned luncheon. But, sadly, our hero realizes that despite the deliciousness of this bologna sandwich, it would do nothing in the end to quell the suffering of the majestic polar bear. You can clap if you want. Legally, that's an applause break. And it's thank you. I appreciate it. That was actually a pretty quick reaction time for Leisure Village, so I'm feeling good about that. Most comics would be insulted, but I'm like, no, give them 10 more seconds. We're good, and there's the applause break. Technically, that was an applause for the baseball joke 15 minutes ago, but that's fine. Whenever you get it, you get it. It's fine with me, as long as we're all having fun. As much as I love David Attenborough, I think as a kid, the person I wanted to emulate most, the person I wanted to be when I grew up, was from a land very far away. A man who hunted crocodiles, Steve Irwin. I love Steve Irwin. What was that groan? Are we all Stingray fans in here? What was that? I love Steve Irwin, because Steve Irwin would get in there, and he would never hurt the animals. He's not one of those people that got on TV and shot and captured animals just for amusement. That's not his thing. That's not what he was there to do. Steve Irwin wouldn't hurt a fly. All Steve Irwin did was get on TV and just kind of sexually harass the animals. That's all. He didn't want to hurt them. He just wanted to flirt a little bit. Steve Irwin would be driving in his Jeep and all of a sudden, crikey! Look at that snake! Oh, wow, yeah. She's a beauty, this snake, yeah, she's a beauty. You can tell it's a girl snake by the snake vagina. Can we see that? Get the camera in there. Yeah, wow, what a beautiful snake vagina, yeah. Yeah, you're all right, girl, you're all right. Oh, she's angry. Like, yeah, she's angry, Steve. You just showed the whole world her snake vagina. He didn't need to do that. We trusted him. He could have just been like, that's a girl snake. We would have believed him. Well, I think it's safe to say that I've got a lot to think about before my next set in about 30 minutes. But let me ask you guys this. Are we having fun tonight? Oh, good. Good. That's all I want. And this inspires me. My God, all of you out here on a Thursday night partying it up, watching your friends and strangers perform, give it up for yourselves, because that's how you retire. Well done. Well done. All right. Well, this is not about me. We've got a bunch of amazing cast of characters coming on stage. I'm really excited for the sex act. Coming up now is the fabulous Lynn and Linda, two gals that can't say no.
It ain't so much a question of not knowing what you do. I've known what's right and wrong since I was 10. I heard a lot of stories and I reckon they're true about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I never no fix. I always say, come on, let's go. But when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But whenever someone kisses me, I somehow only want to kiss it back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be pretty and quaint. I ain't the top that can faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no. What you gonna do when a fella gets flirty, starts to talk purty? What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that your lips are like cherries, roses or berries, what you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're sweeter than cream, and he's gotta have cream or die, what you gonna do when he talks that way? Spit in his eye. I'm just a girl who can't say no. Can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a foe when he is making a call. Why, first I act refined and cool, a setting on a velveteen settee. Then I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit in their laps, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no. I'm just a girl who can't say no. Kissing's my favorite food. With or without the mistletoe, I'm in a holiday mood. Other girls are coy and hard to catch, but other girls ain't having any fun. Every time I lose a wrestling match, I get a funny feeling that I won. Though I can feel the undertow, I never make a complaint until it's too late for restraint. And then when I wanna, I can't say no. Come on, Linda, let's go find our salad. What, you don't want to share? No.
Who cares if you're skinny and your breath smells of garlic and your nose is a shiny red light? To me you are gorgeous and everything's right when I turn off the living room light. Your clothes are old-fashioned, your knuckles are bony, your hair looks a terrible sight. But I don't have to see you the way that you are when I turn off the living room light. When I turn off the living room light. No, I don't have to see you the way that you are when I turn off the living room light. light. Well, it's not that you are ugly, and I'm not being cruel. It helps me to relax here. It helps to keep me cool. Now I am not intending to make you feel ashamed, but what's wrong in me pretending? 'Cause you can't help being plain. Your nose may be bulbous, your face may be spotty, your skin may be wrinkled and tight, but I don't want to see you the way that you are, so I turn off the living room light. We don't feel so ugly, we don't feel so draggy, we don't feel so twisted uptight, and we don't feel as ugly as we really are when we turn off the living room light. When we turn off the living room light, you know we don't feel as ugly as we really are when we turn off the living room light. Right. Now we have Barbara and Mickey doing a fine John Prine song for you. She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I'm never gonna let her go.
He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. I caught him once, he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, get things done. Smokes his beer like it's oxygen. But he's my baby, I'm his honey. I'm never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on a scrambled egg. She swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking and keeps on ticking. I'm never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. Knocked out weirdo and a well-read junkie. Fly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes, he's howling at the moon. He's my baby, I'm hanging with me, maybe I'm never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
All right, Clay's gonna come back and do another little set for us. Come on, Clay.
Okay, sounded like a good 30% of you are excited about that fact. Just like every family reunion I've been to. More of me? Why not? No, give it up for the people you just saw. How great was that? Folks can sing. I'm jealous of musicians. I truly am. Because musicians can rehearse. They can practice. They can sing in the shower. I can't do that. That's crazy. Just imagine me in the showers. Meth Rogan, that is pretty funny, yeah. I can't do this without you. Technically, if none of you were here right now, this would be schizophrenia. Legally, if none of you showed up, this would just be another problem wandering in from the hills of Camarillo. But I'm very glad to be here. This has been a lot of fun for me so far. I get to do all sorts of crazy comedy shows these days. I got to perform out in London, England. Wow, what a treat, man. Now, I'll be honest with you. This is something about London that surprised me. Best food I've eaten in my entire life. Right? I didn't think so. Everybody says that English food is so bad. And listen, when I say I had good food in London, I'm not talking about mushy peas. I'm talking about proper British food. Indian curry. Oh. Amazing British food. Dumplings from Hong Kong. Fantastic British food. Stews from Africa, teas from Ireland. When I was in England, I ate so well. And as an American, I couldn't help but eat all of these things and think to myself, man, I don't think we're colonizing right. Do you guys realize there's not one Samoan restaurant in California? What are we doing? The food has to be good. Have you seen the size of them? That can't all be spam weight. America's colonizing wrong. I've never been to an Iraqi restaurant. I bet it's good. I bet it's good. We've been in Iraq for 4 decades. What's the point of being there if we're not going to get their delicious spices? We've been in Iraq so long, there should be a Baghdad Express on every corner. How's the food at Baghdad Express? A lot of oil, but pretty good. It's good if you can get past the oil. I got to do jokes out in Jamaica. Wow. Jamaica's a beautiful place. But here's the thing about Jamaica. It's on island time. You can only do so much in a day. Same thing with any island. If you're lucky enough to go to Hawaii, you may notice that Hawaii is the only state in our union that feels the need to go on the freeway and post a speed minimum. California does not have that problem. Hawaii is the only state that has to post signs on the freeway that just says, come on, brah, you gotta go 45. I know there's a rainbow. There was one yesterday. Please drive. They're on island time. They're not in a hurry. Same thing with Jamaica. So you gotta choose how you spend your days. For me, when I go to a new place, I like to learn about the history and I like to see the nature. But it's on island time. Can't do both. You gotta choose nature or history. Nature or history. Would you have a Jamaican History Day? Would you wake up early, take a bus out to go visit a great house, which, as it turns out, it's the Jamaican equivalent of a plantation. That's fun, huh? Would you take that tour, walk into the dungeons, see the chains, the shackles, the cages, the people who looked like you used to imprison others just for being different? Or did you want to go on a riverboat cruise? Like, what do you want to do? What kind of Tuesday do you want to have in paradise? It's hard to decide. I wanted to see more of the history. They tried to sell me on it. They're like, you should go check out the auction blocks. The auction blocks is where they used to buy and sell slaves. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that sounds fun, huh? Yeah. The auction blocks. Is that close to where the catamaran picks up? That's my question. I would love to see the auction blocks, but it is Reggae Wednesday on the catamaran. They've got rum and snorkeling. So, can I just watch the movie Glory on the plane ride home? Is that even? Feels even. I'm just going to cross off political jokes. I don't even have the paper on the stool anymore. I left the paper. The paper's off stage. I need to find a subtle reason to go and get it before I bring the final act up. That'll be fun. You won't notice. You definitely won't notice me coming up with an excuse to go over there and grab a piece of paper and all. It's coming. I'm pondering. I'm wondering what joke it's going to be that's going to get me over there. No, this has been a treat for me. This is nice. I finished Netflix, so I'm happy to be here. I've watched all the shows on Netflix. I watched all the documentaries on there. I thought that would make me smarter. I'm just angry now. I haven't gained any knowledge. I'm just mad about stuff I didn't know before. I'm only 36. I don't need to be this heated about the wartime foibles of Harry Truman. But that's why I like the animal documentaries. The animal documentaries are my happy place. You learn things that are beautiful in the animal documentaries. Have you folks ever taken the time to sit down, turn on the TV, and watch birds make love? Leisure Village, I've seen the stats. I know how horny you guys really are. Most of Camarillo's penicillin is coming straight here. When you watch birds make love, it's beautiful. It's old school. There's no swiping. Birds don't need an app. They try. They put the effort in. If a man bird wants to woo a ladybird, oh, he lets her know. He's like, hey, ladybirds. Oh, I didn't see y'all ladybirds out there. What you doing? What y'all ladybirds doing? Y'all out there checking out Papa Bird's nest? Was that red on maroon? Yes, it does match. Thank you for noticing. I'm gonna ask y'all ladybirds one little question. And you could be honest with me now. Do y'all ladybirds out there want to see Papa Bird dance? I am doing it either way because it's part of the joke. You may as well be excited about it. Y'all ladybirds want to see Papa Bird dance? Excellent unprompted decision, ladybirds. So I don't know if y'all ladybirds know this, but Papa Bird's got some moves. Papa Bird's gonna show you those moves. Watch me now. They didn't even see it coming, Papa Bird. And while the male bird was beautiful, his moves, sensual though they were, would do nothing in the end to quell the suffering of the majestic polar bear. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Oh, how's this getting here? Wow. That's helpful. All right, we got a few more acts for you. Next performers coming to the stage. I'm so excited for this. They're so good. You guys, Irv and Judy, are about to take you back to your junior high dance.
I can't dance, just because the beauty and the view there. When all these dancing parties are just plain dumb. When they asked me, I should have said, I can't come. There's a girl with braces standing at the punch bowl, and she's making funny faces. I think she wants to dance.
I can't dance. I can't dance. Besides, I look so awful in these braces. If that boy asks me to dance, I'll just die. I'm so tall and he's about 3 feet high. Ever since September, I've been taking dancing lessons. Now I can't remember how the heck to dance.
Pardon me, my name's Jeff, and I don't mind that you are tall and skinny. And those braces on your teeth, they're real neat.
Thank you for the compliment. Gee, you're sweet.
Your name is Carlotta. I met you last summer when we went to Camp Granada. I think we ought to dance. Right foot first, left foot next. I think you're supposed to do it to the music.
You don't really look so bad, just your ears.
When do you take your braces off?
4 more years.
By the time your teeth are ready, I'll be 2 feet taller, and I'll ask you to go steady. Then we'll dance!
All right, next we have Buster, who's going to tell us just a little bit about his life.
Yeah. Well, for those of you that don't recognize me with glasses on, I got some script to read, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I almost got as much laugh as our guest. And if elected dog catcher, I will stop the breeding of these mongrels in front of it. Oh, wait a minute. That's for the Republican National Convention. I'm sorry. I gotta go to. I just want to thank my man over here, Paul Newman. I just wish I was Robert Redford. No. I got Paul Newman, why not Robert Redford? He's got the looks, I have the money, right?
Whatever it takes.
No, whatever it takes. Anyhow, this song was written by a guy everybody I think in the village knows here, Roger Florio. And his love, thank you. Give it up for Roger. He's not here. He and his lovely wife, Anne Marie, I always tell Roger when I see him, Roger, it's nice to see you, but I'd rather look at your wife. We'll just go from there, anyhow. And speaking of wives, I know my wife somewhere in the audience. She inspired me to do this. What it is people tell me, bottom line is that I don't know you know what. But listen, having grown up on the farm, let me tell you, I know you know what. And I'll supply the word for you as well. So take it, Mr. Guitar Man. My name is Buster Hazlett. I'm Kentucky through and through. Some folk, they may just laugh at me for the things I say and do. Yeah, people talk about me, but I don't give a whit. Except when they say, oh, Buster, he don't know shit. Yeah, I grew up in Kentucky, a country boy, I'll admit. My name is Buster Hazlett, and I know my shit. Now, I don't care how bad it smells, if it comes from a cow or horse, sheep or goat or kangaroo, well, I know it, of course. Yeah, when it comes to farming life, city folk are none the wiser, 'cause my name is Buster Hazlett, and I know fertilizer. Yeah, I grew up in Kentucky, a country boy, I'll admit. My name is Buster Hazlett, and I know my shit. Now folks back home, they all say, when it comes to defecation, that I'm the smartest in the land. Yeah, maybe in the nation. Yes, indeed, I know my poo. I know it through and through. 'Cause every time I'd leave the house, I'd step in deep doo-doo. That's why I wear the boots. I grew up in Kentucky, a country boy, I'll admit. My name is Buster Hazlett, and I know my shit. Now you might find it out on the line, you might find it on the floor. Yeah, if you find it, just show me, 'cause I know manure. Yeah, people say, oh Buster, you sure know your shit. And I tell them, well, that's easy, 'cause I'm full of it. Yeah, you know it. 'Cause I grew up in Kentucky, a country boy, I'll admit. My name is Buster Hazlett, everybody, and I know my shit. Oh yeah, woo! And then there's that smell. Oh my God. Thank you.
All right. I didn't realize we should have put a warning out for the show. My apologies.
We got another song in the
To everybody that probably already left. Okay, here we go. Ready? Irv and Wayne.
I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. Last night when I walked in my bathroom, I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always look clean. I'm fed up with all politicians. When I vote my ballot, I'll split. They promise a whole lot of goodness, but give you a whole lot of shaving cream. Be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always look clean. I once watched a swell game of baseball. The batter, he smashed out a hit. But while he was running to second, he stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always look clean. I think I'll break off with my girlfriend. Her antics are strange, I'll admit. Each time I tell her, darling, I love you, she tells me that I'm full of shaving cream. Be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always look keen. I went to a Mexican restaurant. I hate to be picking a nit. I ordered a combo with tacos, but they served me a plate full of shaving cream. Be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always look keen. And now folks, our story is ended. We think it's time we should quit. If any of you are offended, stick your heads in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always look clean. Shaving cream, be nice and clean, shave every day and you'll always look clean.
Thought I'd end this with a little love song. We've been together for so very long. Now things are changing, I wonder what's wrong. Seems you don't want me around. The passion is gone and the flames have died down. I guess I lost a bit of self-esteem the time that you made it with the whole hockey team. You used to think I was nice. Now you tell all your friends that I'm the Antichrist. Oh, why did you disconnect the brakes on my car? That kind of thing is hard to ignore. I got a funny feeling you don't love me anymore. I knew that we were having problems when you put the piranhas in my bathtub again. You're still the light of my life. Oh darling, I'm begging, won't you put down that knife? You know I think it's kinda cute the way you poison my coffee just a little each day. I remember the way that you laughed when you pushed me down the elevator shaft. If you don't mind me asking, what's this poisonous cobra doing in my underwear drawer? Sometimes I get to thinking you don't love me anymore. You slammed my face down on the barbecue grill. Now my scars are all healing, but my heart never will. You set my house on fire. Then you pulled out my chest hairs with an old pair of pliers. You think I'm ugly and you say I'm cheap. You shaved off my eyebrows while I was asleep. You drilled a hole in my head. Then you dumped me in a drainage ditch and left me for dead. Oh, you know this really isn't like you at all. You never acted this way before. Honey, something tells me you don't love me anymore. I got a funny feeling you don't love me anymore. Thank you so much.
Welcome, everybody. Lovely people at Leisure Village. How are we feeling? Are we feeling good? Beautiful.
Humanity's gotta have cream or die. What you gonna do when he talks that way? Spit in his eye. I'm just a girl who can't say no.
And we don't feel as ugly as we really are when we turn off the living room light. When we turn off the living room light.
I caught him once, he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. But he's my baby, he's my honey. Never gonna let him go.
My name's Jeff, and I don't mind that you are tall and skinny. And those braces on your teeth, they're real neat.
Thank you for the compliment. Gee, you're sweet.
Your name is Carlotta. I met you last summer when we went to Camp Granada. I guess we ought to dance.
Yeah, I grew up in Kentucky, a country boy, I'll admit. My name is Buster Hazlett, and I know my shit.
I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. The
nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look